Goodwin's expectation principle. This principle very clearly states that a potential leader tends to rise to the level of expectation of a respected, established leader. Now, there's several parts to that. What it doesn't state is that a potential leader rises to the level of an expectation of an established leader, but tends to rise to the level of expectation of a respected established leader. And this details to some degree why the bigotry of soft expectations as it applies to ethnicity or just low expectations in general of anyone is one of the ways that you can really undermine somebody's potential. People tend to believe in themselves based upon internal motivation, based upon external factors, and one of those external factors tends to be those people that they respect. Now, this may not be you. You may have people beneath you that don't respect you. But I mean, given that they're beneath you, one would hope and assume that to some degree they respect you. And certainly if you apply all these leadership principles, they will grow to respect you unless they're of such low quality themselves they need to be fired, released, let go, whatever. Um, the reason for this is very simple, that we are psychological creatures, not just empirical physical creatures. And so we tend to believe in ourselves as a construct of what people we respect view us as capable of being. Now that's this principle has kind of got some caveats built into it. Um, it says that the potential leader tends to rise. So it's not a one to one. It's not a law. It's not something that states that you will never rise above the expectations of those who believe in you or that you respect. But it tends to be that if you believe in somebody that is beneath you, they tend to rise to the level of your belief in them. And so, one of the things that you need to realize is that you need to not have anyone underneath you, or at least not directly underneath you, that you don't believe in to be able to surpass you someday. And that doesn't mean that you want them to surpass you now, or but it does need to be somebody that you actually desire to build into to a degree that they surpass you. In many ways, this is kind of a healthy view of a father-son playing basketball someday. You know, they're outside playing basketball, and the father's training, the father's coaching, but the father also is a cheerleader for whenever the son does something right. Now, an unhealthy father will try to beat down the son, will try to impart to the son that he'll never measure up to the dad. And so he criticizes him and he belittles him and he seeks to squash him and he doesn't put him in positions to succeed. And if you're serving under a leader in that who acts in that way, then I would highly encourage you to find a new organization to serve in. But a healthy father loves his son, believes in his son, imparts to the son belief in himself, or at least belief in his future, so that he is motivated and inspired to work diligently on difficult things so that he can grow and become. And so you need to believe more in their future than where they're at currently. And that will do a couple of things. Number one, it will change the way you act and speak towards that person. Number two, it will encourage you to stretch them, to give them that person job match we talked about earlier, that correct match is one where it will cause them to stretch a bit into that position because you believe in their capacity. Now, this is not just go out and whoever's underneath you pretend like you believe in them and give them difficult tasks. But once again, like the father son, because you believe in them and because you love them, you're going to train them. And so that's one of those key components, that if you believe in the people underneath you, you tend to do a far better job training them. And this is one reason why this principle tends to be a self-fulfilling prophecy sort of thing. If the leader believes in the follower, the leader tends to not only assign tasks to the follower, but invest their time in training them, thereby equipping them and enabling them to reach their potential. Whereas if you don't believe in their potential, why would you waste your time in encouraging and in training? And so, to some degree, it's a self fulfilling prophecy because if the leader respects you, they're going to that they're a decent leader, they're going to give you important and difficult assignments and train you to be able to succeed in them because they believe in you. Now, as you perform up to the level of those expectations through time, as they're training you, and you're able to accomplish more and more over time, they believe in you even more to the point where you get to either leapfrog them organizationally or supplant them, ideally to some degree, as they are riding off into the sunset or as they move to different greener pastures or whatever, because one would certainly hope that they themselves are growing while they're growing you. But you can kind of ride up the organizational structure to some degree with them because they believe in you, they encourage you, they support you, and they train you, and they give you difficult things to do. If those things are happening, promotions tend to come to those people. If those things aren't happening, promotions don't tend to come to those people. So unless they leave the organization, someone who is not believed in by somebody they look up to and respect will tend to top out and leave, or just take the easy train. So, Goodwin's expectation principle tends to teach that a potential leader tends to rise to the level of expectation of a respected, established leader.